You've probably seen all over social media people flaunting their luxury lifestyle, logo, designer bags, shopping, but here's the thing. This is fake. These people are not rich. In fact, this luxury show-off scream more broke than rich. Welcome to my channel. I'm Alice, I'm French and I live in Paris, and I used to work for wealthy people, the kind of people who owns a 30 million apartment in Manhattan, fly private jet, and can buy the entire Hermes store. Over the years, I learned the subtle detail that really set apart wealthy people and what makes people look like they are faking it. In this video, I'm going to show you the 10 luxury items that scream poor and broke for real rich people, and let me tell you that you might be surprised and even shocked by some of them. Let's start with the most obvious items. The luxury items that scream poor and broke to real rich people is logo and designer brands. In fact, there are two types of real rich people. The first type that don't like to wear expensive items. They still dress at Zara, H&M. They love to wear vintage and second-hand. The second type of real rich people, they love to wear expensive items, but they really differentiate luxury and designer brands. And usually they go for discreet, quite luxury, understated brands that nobody knows, just because they don't like to look like everybody else and they don't like to look like a billboard of logo. Think of Frank Namani, for example. You probably never heard about this brand. This is one of the most expensive cashmere in the world. Brunello Cucinelli. Think of Mark Zuckerberg. They love this expensive t-shirt from Brunello Cucinelli. But something they love to do over buying designer brands or logo, they love to spend a lot of money into one of the best tailors in the world. Dresses, pants, suits, skirts, these clothing are tailored and made to them, and usually they're also high quality, long lasting, with a lot of craftsmanship. The second items that scream poor or broke for real rich people is expensive costume jewelry. Real rich people are not impressed by costume jewelry because they consider them expensive but not really luxury. Costume jewelry are made of non-precious material and poor craftsmanship. Think about the recent Van Cleef scandal, for example. We have seen the 24 gold bracelet starting to get rust. Yes, rust. Real rich people are not showing off their wealth through jewelry. They are much more intentional, value-driven. They love to invest in long-lasting, high craftsmanship pieces made of sustainable materials. Discreet, please, discreet and quite luxury. Instead of paying thousands for overpriced costume jewelry, you can invest in beautiful pieces from a fine jewelry brand at a reasonable price. Like these pieces I am wearing from one of my favorite jewelry brands that really embodies the quite luxury style, Idyl. If you don't know Idyl, Idyl is a modern, fine luxury jewelry brand using ethically sourced lab-grown diamonds crafted with 14K solid gold. But what makes Idyl unique in one of my favorite jewelry brands is the modularity system. You can start with one diamond stud and choose among dozens of different attachments and add-ons, so you can build different looks depending on your style, of your mood, or the occasion. This is sustainable and at the same time very versatile. Two pieces I want to show you from the collection I just love. The first one are the Ono earrings. The Ono is a beautiful Ops earrings made of a cycle of 15 diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, set in a playful manner for a unique look. The Ono can be worn from the front or the back, depending on your preferences. I love the minimalism and the femininity of this set. The second piece I want to show you is the Lee. The Lee is a beautiful pear-shaped earrings, making it the perfect everyday essentials. It is crafted of 0.30 carat and a set of 14K gold set. I love the elegance that provide this diamond stud. It is very unique and understated at the same time. You can pair it with a pear-cut Ava necklace for a complete look. Don't forget to check below the video. I do have an exclusive promo code for you. And now let's talk about the elephant in the room and other luxury items that scream broke or poor for rich people is the designer bag. Designer bags are over. Yes, we know that designer bags are overpriced, made in China, whatever. Designer bags are not social status. They are not social proof anymore. It might be true 20, 30 years ago, but this is not the case anymore. And really rich people are not impressed by designer bags. They don't attach too much importance to the bag you are wearing simply because first, there are too many fake bags out there. 90% of the designer bags we are seeing on social media are fake. And second, we have seen this huge overdose of designer bags online. Many of these women who are carrying a Birkin or Chanel bag, they don't have the lifestyle, they don't have the money. Many of them pile into debt or credit card just to afford a piece of overpriced logo. And slowly but surely, they also have downgraded the luxury image of these brands. So real rich people also have shifted a few years ago toward more quiet luxury, understated, probably handbag brand you never heard of. Think about Joseph Duclos, ex-Hermes. Probably you never heard about this brand, but some of the bags are even more expensive than Hermes. Think about Delvaux, for example. Think about Moina, Valextra, Forêt Lepage, and they rather buy and wear a mid-luxury handbag brand, non-expensive, durable, long-lasting, high quality, just because they don't consider a designer bag a social status anymore. The next luxury items that scream poor or broke for real rich people is the luxury flashy car. Something I've seen all over Miami, but let me tell you that people who are driving Ferrari, Lamborghini for every day, most of them are broke or poor people, and many of these cars are rented. So don't trust what you are seeing in Miami or social media, because real rich people are not driving Ferrari, Lamborghini, or flashy luxury cars for every day. They rather drive something that is reliable, non-expensive, and even cheap for every day. I've seen many wealthy people driving Volvo, Lexus, rather than a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. Simply because real rich people are way smarter when it comes to assets and investments. They understand that a flashy luxury car loses its value as soon as it leaves the parking lot. So they rather invest their money into something that don't depreciate over time, such as businesses, real estate, stock market, and other luxury items that scream to rich people. And you will be very surprised about this one. It is veneer.
Veneer.
Just in case you didn't get it right, this is something you've probably seen also on social media. Influencers wanna be rich, flaunting the perfect new white teeth, perfectly aligned. It looks super artificial, very fake. In fact, these people are broke. They are flying to Turkey or Eastern Europe just because it is cheaper to get that done there rather than in France or even in the States. So in fact, they don't have the money, yes, the money. And something you don't know, but real rich people prefer braces over veneer. In fact, braces are even more expensive than veneers because it is a long-term treatment. And real rich people prefer sustainable, healthy treatments rather than a quick fix that might damage your teeth, because in fact, with veneers, they are shaving off your real teeth and it might also damage your teeth forever, okay? I've seen people losing their teeth because of the veneers. But something that truly set apart real rich people to broke people is not the designer bags, the clothing, all these luxury items. It is the smile. This is something I learned over the years with real rich people. Usually, this is the new social status, the smile. It's not the designer bags anymore. So next time, pay attention to that. And usually, real rich people prefer something that looks much more natural. They really think that having a beautiful smile is a sign of wealthiness. and they prefer a natural smile, not something that looks too fake or too artificial. New car, new designer bags, new clothing items, new apartment, new everything. Usually that screams more broke people that cannot afford the luxury lifestyle than a real rich one. In fact, real rich people hate the fast fashion mindset, meaning buying something new every single day, collecting handbags, collecting shoes. And I have seen also many wealthy people wearing wear and tear, damaged, used handbags, shoes, just because they love the brands, they love the design, they love the living luxury, the wear and tear, they love unique, vintage stuff. They are really attached to something that is old rather than something that is new. The next one is the loud lifestyle flexing. Constantly posting about 5-star hotel, champagne, 3-star Michelin, luxury shopping, designer bags, reveal more about a need for validation rather than a true lifestyle. And don't trust what you are seeing on social media because it is all fake. Something I've learned over the years with real rich people is that they love to keep everything private. They love privacy. They will never ever post their lifestyle on social media because privacy means safety for them. Real rich people value more privacy over lifestyle, happiness, healthiness over designer bags, experience over items. The next luxury items that scream broke or poor for real rich people is logo designer belt. Can you imagine Bernard Arnault wearing a Louis Vuitton logo designer belt? I asked ChatGPT, but I can't. I can't because real rich people don't wear logo designer belt. It is too obvious. It is too easy. It lacks the refinement, the sophistication, the smart decision they are so attached to. They don't make any free advertisement, especially through accessories. So usually they buy something that might be more expensive than a Gucci or Louis Vuitton belt, made of high quality leather with craftsmanship, super long lasting and durable, but with absolutely no logo on it. The same goes with shoes. Designer shoes, for example, the Balenciaga, the Dior, the Louis Vuitton, all these kind of shoes with a big logo. They are extremely overpriced. Most of the time, you pay more for the logo than the quality of the fabrics. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video about the luxury items that scream poor or broke to real rich people. Something I really want to say that real rich people don't need any validation. They are not seeking validation. We do have this confidence inside, and instead of buying logo, designer, luxury cars, all these assets that, by the way, depreciate over time, they rather prefer invest their money into something that appreciate over time. Think about education, for example, holidays, experience, travel, things that nobody can take from you. This is something I really learned. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me also on my other social media. And I see you very soon for another one.